I'm Aishwarya.
And I'm Saurabh, and today we are here with another very important session about time management. It says beat the clock. 5 tips to master time management in study. Yes, we all know it's a problem, right, ma'am?
Yes, and I think, sir, in a lot of our classes, our students have come and they've said, ma'am, we know all of this, but how do we do this and that and go out and play? And they have a lot of things happening for them. So effectively, what they need to do is to manage their time. And that's why both of us are here today to talk to all of you about how you can beat that clock and manage your time effectively.
Yes, you're right, Harsimran.
Yes, and I'm very excited to be with all of you. I guess after the new year, I'm coming first live here on 6 to 8. So a belated but happy new year to all of you. Very excited to see you guys. Love the excitement. And of course, sir, it's January, which also means that it's a new season, right?
Yes.
School ka season is very different now.
It's time to try something new because see, it's with us also. हम भी bore हो गए थे यार. So we also trying something new, and making this session was pretty exciting because we learned a lot of new things. And we can't wait to show it to you, to make you also learn. Okay? Good evening, everyone. I'm glad you are here because you are here so that you can understand about time management. And we'll make sure by the end of this session, you learn something new. And you will do. Don't worry. Yes. Hello.
So everybody, before of course we get started with this, I hope all of you have liked this video, you shared this video with your friends. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Once you hit that subscribe button, you tell us in the chat that ma'am, done, we've hit the subscribe button, because this is going to be very important for all of you, right? Super duper important, because of course with a lot of things that's going to come in the upcoming months, right? So this session will be helpful for them, right?
So I think before moving forward, you have 2 things to do, as ma'am said. First of all, like this session, because that's very important. A lot of thought went into making this session. Second, how many of you feel you need to learn time management? Come on. You answer this in the chat right now, because once you agree, sir, सीखना है मेरे को, तब सिखाने में मजा आएगा. If you feel like नहीं, I am pro in time management, sir, मेरे को एकदम chill है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती, है ना? तब लगेगा, ओहो, अच्छा. Yes, liked. Yes, slow mode because you were very fast.
Yes, and of course, we remember a lot of you, Amritansh, we remember you, of course. All of you who ask us, sir, ma'am, do you remember us? Of course, we remember you. If you have been regular to our classes, we of course remember you, right? And I think a lot of you are very new to our class as well. So if this is the first time that you are actually seeing both of us together, we always make sure that we come up with the most interesting classes that are beneficial. And of course, earlier, there were days when we used to do a lot of masti together. But today's class is going to be a little bit on, sir, maybe a little bit on the serious note, right?
So this is a very important class, and I know, I think Kunal is saying, I'm pro in wasting time, not a pro in managing it. Let's talk about this first of all, है ना? देखो, कहानी चालू होती है with some dark clouds in our life. And those dark clouds are not of rain, right? These dark clouds are of exams, right? We have exams, we have school assignments, we have incomplete syllabus, and every time whenever all these things fall on your head, हमको लगता है पहले ये करूं कि ये करूं, इसको किया तो ये छूट जाता है, इसको किया तो ये छूट जाता है. I don't know how to manage all these things, and so many things I have to do, and it feels like 24 hours is not enough. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, right?
And sir, I think in the end what we end up doing is, oh my god, I have so much to do, might as well sit and watch TV, eat, just let go of everything, and then we end up procrastinating. How many of you very honestly tell us, right? So, sir, we have done this at some point.
See, everybody has done this actually. You, me, us, everybody, it happens to everyone. It's just how you manage these things. So, time management is not exactly about making a timetable. A lot of people can do it. It's about how to prioritize on what to take first, what not to take first. ठीक है? वो चीज पता होनी चाहिए, and that's why we are here, okay? You are all, if you are saying, so, हाँ, ऐसा होता है ना? Yes. So that's why. Because of all these things, as we just discussed, problem comes that we don't know how to manage things, right? We are worried about if we'll be late. Test आ रहा है, पढ़ेंगे कब? दूसरा टेस्ट भी आ रहा है, असाइनमेंट दिया हुआ है, सरप्राइज टेस्ट भी है, यूनिट टेस्ट भी है, कुछ और है, खेलने भी जाना है, मेरे को बाहर भी घूमने जाना था. So all these
to
things
watch
are
YouTube
there.
live session also in all these gaps. So what are we going to do? So all of these things at some point gives you a little bit of anxiety, right?
Yes.
And See, we need to openly talk about it. That you tend to overthink, then you tend to feel very anxious. That time you feel very on the edge, very jittery. Sometimes, you feel you are very all over the place also. These are very normal, okay? And it's first thing you need to do, I think, sir, we always tell, right? We need to acknowledge these things. That it's happening. It's there. These are thoughts that come and you need to know how to manage them.
So, देखो इतना सब क्यों बता रहे हैं हम लोग? Every time we think of doing something new or someone tells you, अगर मेरे को कोई बोलेगा ना, please buy this credit card, I have two questions. Why should I buy it? And what will and how will it help me? Same thing you can also think of. ठीक है, time management जरूरी है. क्यों सीखूं मैं और कैसे सीखूं? Second, ये कैसे benefit करेगा, right? So let's learn about this. Till now, it's about क्यों सीखना चाहिए, because we have all these problems. How will it benefit you is something you can see. It will reduce your stress. देखो stress से बहुत बुरी चीजें हो जाती हैं. I'm telling you. ठीक है? So, and it will increase. I make these dark jokes, okay? And it will increase your productivity. You have to be productive, right? And ma'am, I think we all will agree. We both were actually agreeing on this. We also need to learn about this.
So this is not see, that's why we said, right? Normally when we say we will teach you, or we normally say that we have always a teaching intention, but this is a learning for us as well as you. As much as you are going to be learning and implementing this in your life, you have both of us who are going to be doing this along with you as well. And it's a very, very essential life skill, right? It's very important that you learn to manage your time, because this is an age where you develop your habits, right, sir? I think a lot of habits, because you are all in your growing phase. And normally our parents also used to tell us, right? Have good habits now, because later on this is what you will tend to follow. So having good habits and inculcating them at this age, I think, is very important, sir.
अभी सीख लोगे तो बाद में बहुत आसानी हो जाएगी, right? As ma'am is saying, Maths Wizard, I'll come to your point because it's important. Multitasking वाले भी बहुत जरूरी चीज है. We'll come to it. So everything is about how you begin. ऐसा होता है. Lot of times, if you don't get good beginning, you feel like अरे यार कल से करेंगे. आज मेरा मन नहीं हो पाया. ऐसा मेरे साथ बहुत होता है. अगर सुबह if I'm not able to go to gym, I feel like कल जाएंगे. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है? So.
And I think, sir, and some kids might have starting trouble also, right? How to start? Sometimes, how many of you here, you can tell us, how many of you have starting trouble? I have starting trouble. I want to do many things, okay? I will work out, I will, maybe read a book, I'm going to do that, and plus my New Year resolution is to read more, right?
And I think one more thing happens. If you don't get a perfect start, you feel like, gone, it's done, right?
Yes. How many of you feel like that first 1 week, it's like you should be perfect, right?
Yes, very relatable. देखो ये सब real life scenario है. It will be relatable. It is supposed to be relatable because it came from real life scenarios only. So that's true. Okay. Now, as all of you are here, what you are doing? Lot of times I'll tell you what happens. हम लोग ना इतना videos देखते रह जाते हैं. We just watch videos. We get that slight dose of high motivation. It goes like this and comes down. So that's something which happens to all of us. Now, why am I saying this? Because there's a very nice quote which is said by Abraham Lincoln, and you all know him, right? He's very famous. He said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend first 4 sharpening the axe. So what you are doing right now, you are actually sharpening the axe. If you know I have a problem, you won't just put your head down like an ox and start banging it, dham, 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 dham. Okay? You will make a plan first. You will think about how to approach it. You will see all your tools.
Yes.
Can I do it? How should I do it? So what you are doing right now, you are actually sharpening the axe. You are learning something so that you can deal with your problems. What and how we'll discuss. So by now I think, right ma'am? हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? हम लोग आपको ये बता रहे हैं कि आप लोग यहाँ पर हो, इसका मतलब you have already started taking first step towards solving your problems. ठीक है? You are sharpening your axe.
Yes. And see, when you sharpen your axe, you're bound to face some bumps,
yes.
right? See, we're trying to tell you that it is never a linear journey, okay? It is never a linear journey where if you start from here, it will be like as if I'm drawing a physics graph, but nonetheless, it's never going to be like this. It will have its ups and downs. Sometimes you might go back to the beginning, come back. It is full of loops and curves. But in between all of this, you need to have your direction set that I want to keep doing. Don't ever give up in this process, right? And as we tell you ways in which you can do this and manage your time effectively,
Yes.
understand that there are going to be bumps. Understand that sometimes you feel like you take 2 steps forward, but sometimes it feels like, ma'am, I took 2 steps forward, but I feel like now I'm taking 10 steps back. It's nothing like that. Always understand where the problem is coming and then you try to overcome.
And one classic example which you only tell us is, I make plan, I can't follow it. Why do big plan? This is one of the examples that happens. You make plan, you feel like, अरे यार planning में time waste क्यों ही करना? Which if I am not able to follow it, I will not make plan then. It happens to everyone. ठीक है?
Yeah.
So yes, हाँ, Krishnendu, you are not late. It's okay. You are just slightly late, but we are talking about time management. And till now we have discussed why should we learn time management.
Yes.
Okay? Now, how to learn? It's something we are starting now. So everybody pay very, very good attention now. Okay? Let's talk about how to choose or a time management technique that can work for you. We have 3 techniques for you today.
Yes.
Yes? Ready? क्या बोलते हो? बहुत build-up हो गया. I think everybody knows, sir, सीखना तो अब है. अब कैसे सीखें? कैसे करें? We'll talk about that. Okay? Yes, come on. Shreya, we are going to answer that only question. Super ready. बहुत बढ़िया. Janvi cannot concentrate. We'll come to this.
Sir, in school, lot of time, school में, we can't say that is waste of time.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. स्कूल में you have gaps but distraction बहुत होता है. ऐसा होता है कि you have lot of friends ना.
Yeah.
और आप कुछ करोगे तो लोग मजाक बनाने लगते हैं. ओ देखो पढ़ रहा है, तेज बन रही है ना. तो these things happen. It's okay.
But it's fine. I mean, I was on the receiving end of that, and it's okay. You tell I have homework to do, so what to do? I will do it.
I was on the giving end of that. We were making fun of other people. So yeah. चलो सुनो जरा ध्यान से. The first technique is something we call as Pareto analysis. As such, ये word, if you will look, no, it's a word which is very much into financial institutions, business administrations, MBA वाले बच्चे पढ़ते हैं. लेकिन how will it benefit you? You are students, and I would say 6th, 7th, 8th. And by the way, it doesn't matter what class you are on. Okay? If you are here, means you want to learn time management. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what class you are in. Okay? Okay? Yes, Archana. Oh, very good question. We are coming to this. You said test, assignment, and something. Classes also at the same time. No? It's a very good thing. You gave us some idea. Okay. So Pareto analysis. Let's talk about this. This, it's a very important technique which tells you, and you will be, I would say, ma'am, they will be amazed to know.
They'll be shocked.
You'll be shocked to know.
Like, sir, what are you telling me?
ठीक है, we'll show it to you, then we'll ask you. That only 20% of your actions are responsible for 80% of your outcomes.
Read that again, right? Just read it. 20% of what you do. That means out of 100%, 20% of what you do are actually what is responsible for 80% of the outcome that you are going to get. How many of you are mind blown right now?
Yes.
Because when we read it, we were mind blown.
It's okay, Krishnendu. Don't worry. You are right on time. Focus now. See, we all kind of try to correlate this thing with our friends. हमारे सबके दोस्त होते हैं. We all know some friends जो थोड़ा सा पढ़ते हैं, but पता नहीं क्यों उनके अच्छे नंबर आते हैं.
Yes.
Right? And we or some of our friends, they study a lot. उनके नंबर अच्छे नहीं आते. But we don't really understand what is the problem. ठीक है? And what if this analysis says that 20% of your actions are responsible for 80% of your outcomes? Yes?
Now, another thing is, there are 2 scenarios to that, right, sir? Because there are some kids who also say, some of our friends may say this, no, I did not study anything. I have only studied one day before. And now I have got, maybe 19 out of 20 in my unit test exam. So now, is that also applicable, sir? That's also a thing to think about, right?
I think on that, we'll do one more session, how to detect fakes. Right? How to detect a lie, how to see the body language. उस पे एक बार और करेंगे session, ठीक है? So today we are assuming everybody is saying the truth, okay? ठीक है? 20%, 80%. इसका मतलब one of our mind can say, बस, it means life should be very easy. 20% effort डालो, 80% number तो पक्के, right? और उसके अलावा जो है, rest of the story is about 80% of effort and 20% of result, which is something I'll work, but this is very nice to hear. 20% एफर्ट 80% रिजल्ट, वाह, है ना, बढ़िया लग रहा है ना सुनने में, राइट? बट this 20% actually is not anything. This 20% is very refined. Yes, and that's where I think, Archana, your question was there. We have so many things, how to prioritize. So the Pareto analysis, it says that if you are able to figure out which is the most important problem or the biggest problem you are facing altogether, if you figure that out and you solve it, maybe it is going to help you 50-60% of your outcomes.
Yes.
ठीक है? अब क्वेश्चन आता है सॉल्व कैसे करें. लेट्स टेक एग्जांपल्स फॉर इट. देखो, पेरेटो एनालिसिस क्या बोलता है? अभी तक चीज क्लियर हो गई? आर यू ऑल एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर वी सेइंग? 20% एफर्ट, 80% आउटकम्स. बट व्हाट इज दिस 20%? यू नीड टू फिगर इट आउट, एंड दैट टेक्स एफर्ट.
Yes. So maybe another way of putting the 20 and 80% is that, let's say there is a student and he or she has put a lot of effort to study one night before. That one night before, this student has been studying immensely, putting 8 hours, 9 hours studying, and has got maybe, probably out of 100, 75 marks or 60 marks. Then for that student, this is the 20-80% ratio that we are talking about, right?
Yes.
Can we give that as an example for some of you who might be wondering, ma'am, what is this 20-80? Because some of you were saying that there are some of you were saying that there are some people who study one day before also. So for this one day before person, this is the 20%, 80% what sir was explaining, right?
Yes, smart work, you're right. It's a very big term. We are talking about that, Krishnendu. Yes, you're right. Clear है ना बच्चों? सुनो अब जरा. वो 20% डिफाइन कैसे करेंगे? That's where this analysis works. First of all, list down your problem areas. So what are we saying? For example, ma'am, you might have also heard students saying कि his SST में we have to learn or cram a lot,
Yes.
right? Bio में we have to learn so many terms. Many people sometimes they say physics is very tough.
Sir, numericals.
न्यूमेरिकल्स नहीं होते, मैथ में सर क्या बोलें, आंसर ही गलत आ जाते हैं, समझ ही नहीं आ रहा क्या हो रहा है. And what is my answer? If you have said this to me in a session, I would definitely take that comment and I'll say something back to you. And I think that always is one statement. That is not your problem. You don't know your problem. What is your problem? Think about it first of all, right? Think about the root cause of each problem. Physics is hard is not a problem actually. What exactly is your problem? Think about it. Physics may, if you just sit for a moment and think about, let's say, physics or SST, you might realize, oh, I'm forgetting terms.
Yes.
That is a problem. I'm forgetting numericals or formulas. That is a problem. I'm doing calculation mistake. Oh, that is a problem. Okay? That is the root problem. Now you can do something about it.
Yes.
Right?
Similarly in SST as well, SST or when you take biology, it's a lot of memory based, right? It's very memory based, which means that what is not happening is that you are not able to recall. You are not able to recall what you are learning, and that's where you are struggling. For a lot of you who may tell me that, ma'am, this is my thing. So then what should you do? You understand that you are not able to effectively recall. That is the problem there.
Yes.
So you need to then work on that part. It is not that history is a problem, or like sir said, the subject is not the problem at that point. What are you not able to do for that subject? That is your problem.
So like for example, you are saying history is sleep inducing. That is not exactly the problem. क्यों नींद आ रही है? Maybe you are not able to make a proper connect.
Yeah.
है ना? If you can make it interesting, it won't be sleep inducing, right? हाँ, geography seems to be boring. It's a statement, but it's not a problem, right? So identify the problem. Why is it? So if you figure out the root, write it down. See, Pareto analysis के लिए you have to sit with paper and notebook.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not like sitting and identifying and pondering upon. It's not like that. Okay? You have to sit with your notebook and your pen, and you have to write down first of all your big problem, maybe different causes.
Yeah.
And then what you have to do is you have to score each problem in terms of their importance. This is a very important step.
Yes.
Agar, let's say, you end up with a conclusion. For example, in physics, formulas is one problem, I'm forgetting. Numericals mein calculation mistake is one. Bio or SST mein memorizing is a problem, right? History mein maybe you are saying कि I'm not able to make connect or something, that is one problem. So these are your 4 root cause. Okay?
Yes.
Fine. You score them. And you do it with each of your big problems, right? You said bio, history, physics. It's all your big problems, right? Now, you group same problems together. For example, क्या मतलब है इसका? Math, physics.
Yeah.
those calculation mistake में you can club these things together, right? Now if you solve calculation mistake वाला part, your physics में numericals are sorted.
Yeah.
Math में numericals are sorted. If you make sure formulas are sorted, again physics and math are done, right? If you are able to forgetting things, if you figure out a way, maybe cheat sheet,
yes,
right? Maybe the mind map
formula
which you have
sheets,
given them,
yes,
right? If you figure that out, means you are sorted for bio also, SST also, okay? So these are how you will group the same problems together. Now is time to take action. You understand this? Normally, we always think that the moment I saw the problem, we have to act.
Yeah.
All these things first of all go into before taking the action. Then only this is coming in your 20%. क्यों? अगर हमने उस 20% में ना एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर दी, हम समझ गए यार if I solve this small thing, then my life is sorted for these 4 things. तब हो सकता है ये. Otherwise that 20% is nonsense. Yes? कितने लोगों को समझ में आ गया ये?
And see, that's what, if you see in that 20% effort, you still have 80%, right? That's why you're building that 80%, like what sir was saying. When you identify it and you start tackling it, your percentage of effort starts increasing more and more. And that means that the more you improve and work on yourself, that will start reflecting eventually. It will set you apart from everybody else. Otherwise, it will be like, sir, running with the herd, right?
Yes.
It will be running with the herd. And if you are somebody who does not want to run with the herd, then you start implementing these steps. And it starts with time management. Then you go into the next set of things that we'll be talking about. But are we clear with this?
ठीक है? So बच्चों, इसमें just to summarize this, it's nothing. 20% effort gives you 80% of outcome. But how to identify 20%? Like this. है ना? अपनी प्रॉब्लम को पहले बड़ा लिस्ट करो. उसके बाद उसको ब्रेक डाउन करो रूट कॉजेस में. उन रूट कॉजेस को स्कोर दो, नंबर दे दो, और बाद में क्लब कर दो कि अगर मैं अपना कैलकुलेशन या बेसिक सॉर्ट कर लेता हूं, बेसिक्स ऑफ लेट्स से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी सॉर्ट कर लेता हूं, मेरा ये 2 चैप्टर कवर हो जाएगा, है ना? जब चीजों को क्लब करो, एंड देन यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई अच्छा ये सबसे भारी प्रॉब्लम है. अगर मैं हमेशा कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक करता हूं, एंड दैट्स व्हाई माय मार्क्स गेट कट. हम लोग ये बोलते हैं ना मेनी टाइम्स के I learn a lot, I don't get marks.
Yeah.
I memorize everything, in exam I forget. These are your bigger problems, ठीक है? That is the solution to it. 20% पहचानना है पहले हमको, using Pareto analysis, ठीक है? Clear? Yes. How to develop interest? We are here for that. Okay?
So see, it is a little tough, okay? Like when you are learning and when you are studying, of course, because you're looking at so many subjects at one go, it does sometimes some things may tend to get a little monotonous, but like sir said, that's why we are here. And we make sure that every subject, you get the essence of every subject, yes? And thing which we are most afraid of, we have to do it the most. I completely agree with that, Lakshmi, because I think that's a very powerful thing. Because to accept the fact that there are things that we are not good at is a very big step. It's not easy for us to admit that I am wrong, right? It's very easy to say I was right. But when you're saying that, oh, this is where I'm going wrong, this is my mistake, that also leads to a little bit of us, beating ourselves down, right? We lose motivation. We're like, oh, I can't even do this much. And it goes a very negative in a derogatory manner, and that's where all your overthinking, anxiety comes into the picture. Which is why the first thing, after you identify these things, your thought process should not be that, I'm not good, I don't know how to calculate, I'm not able to apply formula, I'm not able to remember. It should not go in the negative train. Rather, it should say, it's okay, I don't know how to do this, I'm a child, I will learn. Give yourself a lot of positive affirmations like that, right? So tell yourself that I can do this, I have got this, right? And then you go ahead with it.
Yes. Alright, everyone, you learned Pareto analysis till now. So, this was how to assign that biggest problem of yours, ठीक है? Action अभी लेंगे, ठीक है? Action ले लेंगे, पहले पहचान तो लें. That's something we have done till now. This is your summary, Krishnendu, okay? Alright, so everybody press the like button if you haven't done till now and subscribe to the channel because we are trying really hard because your exams are coming and you have to make sure that you don't miss any session because you cannot afford that, I'm telling you, ठीक है? Subscribe कर दो, like कर दो और share करना. चलो, हो गया, प्रॉब्लम पहचान ली है. अब बात करते हैं Eisenhower matrix.
Very fancy word, very hefty word. But before we go ahead and tell you what this is, can any of you tell us if you've heard this word, the Eisenhower matrix? Have any of you heard this?
Because this is not the first time we are doing it.
Yeah.
We have done this before, because I'll tell you what happened. We were outside and Arsh ma'am came to us. अरे ये तो मैंने भी किया था कुछ दिन पहले. So this is something which is common. You might also have seen this, है ना? You know this. Very good. हाँ, 4 compartment वाला, बहुत बढ़िया. Never heard, कोई बात नहीं थी. It's okay बच्चा. देखो, Eisenhower matrix looks very fancy. That's true. Eisenhower. Ooh, अरे German scientist लग रहे हैं. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. See, Eisenhower, he was actually the US president, 34th US president.
Oh.
He was a World War general. He had this idea. He was very good in time management. And you might have heard about this book, the 7 effective methods of most successful people.
Yeah, I've heard of this
Right?
book.
Stephen Covey is the writer. He used Eisenhower's idea and put down and made a matrix. Sometimes we call it priority matrix also.
Yeah.
So why are we talking about this? Because till now, using the Pareto analysis, these guys actually understood what your problems are. है ना?
Yeah.
Now you have to prioritize them. It's the next step. समझ में आ रही है बात? Pareto analysis हो गया, अब उसको prioritize करना है. And that's where we go towards Eisenhower matrix. So, I think ma'am,
We can do this as an activity,
Yes.
right? So see, you know about the matrix, so I think so we'll not spend too much time telling you what it is because Arsh ma'am has just told you. So basically you have 4 compartments, right? So you have urgent, not urgent, important, not important tasks, right? So if your task is important and it needs to be done urgently, then you have to do it right away. But if it's an important task but it's not urgent, you have some buffer time, right? Then maybe you can you can schedule a time to do it. Now imagine if it is urgent but it is not important for you to do it per se, you can delegate it. Or if it is not urgent and if it's not important, you can delete it right away. Now this is easier said than done, right? Which is why we will do it as an activity.
yes. Because the reason we are doing this right now is, as MLB Dreamer you are saying, no, कि it didn't help for me, it was pretty confusing. बच्चों सुनो, people who are watching it live right now, I want you to do it just after this session. है ना? Session खत्म होगा, कुछ नहीं करना है, just take 10 minutes and try out this. Make it and tell us in the comment section, मैंने try किया, ठीक है? And were you able to figure out what we are trying to make you figure out? ठीक है? People who will watch it afterwards, you pause the session and then watch and do it right now. ठीक है? Important. सुनो जरा. Urgent, not urgent, important, not important. अब not urgent and important. For example, I would say, I want to learn guitar, right? I want to learn swimming.
So we'll have it as maybe some
Tasks.
tasks. So
Yes.
these are the tasks that maybe Sir and I are students, right? And you can also help us, right? What are some of the things that you do every day? What are some of the things that you want to do? So whatever it is, we'll do it together. We'll make a list
Yes.
of tasks and then what we will do is we will put it in each of these boxes, right? So you all have to help us. So Sir has told one, I want to learn guitar. Okay. Anything else, sir, you want to add?
Yes, you guys, come on. Assignments, okay. Playing,
Okay. Maths, homework, I can already.
exercise, okay. Exercise is also one. ठीक है, मान लेते हैं.
Today my handwriting is going very bad. All right. What else? Homework.
Homework, okay. I think, चलो ठीक है. Now we'll start putting. देखो, exercise, learning guitar, swimming, things which are important in your life, but it's not something. If you don't do it today, oh, तबाही हो जाएगा. मतलब it'll be catastrophic in my life.
Yes.
It's something not like that, right? एक दिन मिस हुआ कोई बात नहीं. It is important. It is not urgent.
Yes.
Yes, so that's why all these things will go in not urgent. And what to do about this will tell you. पहले ध्यान से सुनो ये चीज. New language, yes, you're right. New language, है ना? पढ़ाई की बात करनी है अगर you can say a chapter, or let's say you are in class 8th and you
Yeah.
are doing foundation, or let's say you are trying to prepare for Olympiad or something. Olympiad में time है अगले साल के लिए. It's important, not urgent, not for tomorrow, right? But you said homework,
Yes.
assignments, test. There's a deadline given to you. that is urgent also, that is important also, है ना? पता है मेरे को परसों टेस्ट है, अगर पढ़ूंगा नहीं तो क्या करूंगा, फेल हो जाऊंगा. That's important, right? Correct? Ayush, dance is goes in your not urgent and important वाला. अब आती है कहानी not important but urgent. Example दो जरा, and I'm pretty sure I think all of these guys can give example for it.
Yes.
Things which are urgent, they are not important. कौन बोलेगा? Yes, Shraddha, please. Homework, it's urgent. Test. Cleaning room. Cleaning room, हाँ, you're right. Read a novel, reading a book, dance. Harika, Hindi words, बच्चा practice. We used to struggle with writing English words and we used to ask the opposite thing to our English teacher. Relatives, आहा, बहुत सही. घर में आ गए हैं मेहमान और हमको घर में चाहिए बिस्किट. क्यों? क्योंकि बिस्किट नमकीन हो गया है खत्म. और हमको आवाज आई, बेटा फटाफट जाके जरा कोल्ड ड्रिंक, सॉरी इट्स विंटर नो, फटाफट भाग के जरा, इट्स विंटर इन योर प्लेस, फटाफट भाग के जरा फटाफट क्या लेके आओ, चाय लेके आओ, दूध लेके आओ, बिस्किट लेके आओ, नमकीन लेके आओ. So this is something which came urgently to you. It's urgent because relatives are here, है ना? ऐसा होता है और हम भाग भाग के जाते हैं. So what will you do?
You can delegate it to someone. You can ask
Yes.
maybe your siblings, you can ask someone else to delegate and do it, right? So whatever is urgent but it's not important, if you are able to delegate it, ask someone else and say no at this point, right? See, saying no is, when your parents tell you, it's very tough to say no. But at the same time, if you are studying, you are doing something urgent and important, and you say, I'm doing my schoolwork or I'm doing this, then they will be able to understand that, right?
Yes.
So this is something that you can do, delegating. So sometimes what happens is that, or you can put it for later also, right?
Yes.
It is urgent, but if you want to put it for later, maybe you can do that. But again, putting it for much later would come in this bracket. That is not important and not urgent.
Not important, not urgent में तो देखो एक ही चीज जाती है. It's mostly social media, right?
Yes.
All your requests and replies and likes and comments, it's in the fourth. So that's why this is how you have to make it. And Krishnendu, you are right. The examples you gave, that's correct, है ना? बहुत सही बच्चों.
Now here I would like to add one more thing, okay? So here what we've done is we've put a lot of big things, we've put a lot of broad things into it. Now there's one more way of looking at this and I'm going to use maybe a different color. Now assuming in one day you have maybe maths homework, okay? You have maths homework which needs to be submitted on maybe the 6th of Jan, okay? Then you have a test which is coming on the 9th of Jan, right? And then of course on maybe 10th of Jan you have to go for dance class, and like that date wise also you know that there are these things, right? Now based on date also you can use this Eisenhower matrix, right?
Yes.
So what comes on 6th is urgent and important. That means if today is 4th, 6th ko I have to submit my homework. 10th ka 9th ka test can wait, right? Because I know that once I finish my homework by today, I have 2 more days in between to study. So that is important, but it is not urgent. So that way also, even for the smaller tasks, you can bifurcate it and use the matrix, right?
Yes.
Because when you start using at a broader level, it could be tough. So try funneling it down, start with small things and then start to prioritize at this level, and then you go on to the next, right? Then you take it level up and level up. So for those of you, you can try this out as well, because I think so when I started using this matrix on prioritizing my work, I started with doing small things, right? Okay, in today's class, today I have these things to do. So whatever is important and urgent, I do that first.
So you're right. It's a little broader picture of what you're going to do. Now, we told you about, and people who are asking, excuse me, please ask the question, no? Because I can see only excuse me. After that, I don't see the question. That's why I miss it. So listen to me. Urgent is done. We all know it is urgent, so we'll do it. Whatever happens, we'll do it. If we have a live session, it is urgent, it is important. Everything else can wait. Okay? That's how we prioritize our work.
Yeah.
Not urgent but important, what to do? That's where you need to schedule them.
Yes.
Right? You need to get yourself assigned time based on things. If you have, I would say, तुमने urgent और important के लिए time निकाल लिया है, allot कर दिया है, बचा हुआ time schedule करो for the second वाला part, ठीक है? ये time निकालना बहुत जरूरी है, because if you don't do it 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, then you feel like अरे यार, you will never realize when this not urgent and important thing will become urgent and important, and everything will come in as urgent and important and will feel अरे यार,
Yeah.
सब चीज तो बिगड़ गई, सब चीज तो फट गया हर तरफ से, right?
And so normally things which are scheduled, right? For example, maybe like dance class, or maybe you have some tuition class, or 1 hour you have to go somewhere there. Even as a matter of fact, attending live classes, your time is scheduled and blocked, right? So you can leave those out when you are doing your tasks. Only when it is urgent and important, maybe you might have to let go of things here and there. But nonetheless, most often than not, it is scheduled for you.
Eating, it's important but not urgent. So you have to decide the time. दोपहर में 2 बजे lunch करना है, मतलब करना है, ठीक है? Drinking, it's important, it's urgent also. So whenever you have to drink, just drink. Okay, fine. So that's why, बच्चों सुनो, ये matrix हर कोई बनाएगा based on the priority. अभी जो समझाया आपको. After the session, you will try it out and tell us in the comment section. And people who are watching afterward, जो बाद में देखने वाले हैं, वो लोग pause करके वहीं के वहीं बनाएंगे और फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? That's important. और third वाला जो है ना, not important, urgent, as ma'am said, practice saying no. You are right. ऐसा होता है. Friends come and say, चल खेलने चलते हैं. So you just sat for studying और मन में आता है, अरे यार, it happens with us also. We are doing something and and someone says, चलें जरा कॉफी पी के आते हैं. चलो. But
or if we don't eat, if one of us don't eat lunch on time, then we'll be like, okay, we'll go give company, and then we will go, and then that 15 minutes.
This was happening today only.
We happened today.
अंकित के साथ यही हो रहा था. ठीक है, so सुनो. Practice saying no. It might feel like, अरे यार, am I doing a terrible thing? No, it's not. ठीक है, your priority for that time is your priority, and you will have to make sure that you abide by it. Okay? Learn saying no. बहुत जरूरी है. सुन लो, कितने लोग जानते हैं? Yes, हाँ, उस पे आ रहे हैं लक्ष्मी. We are coming to it. दीपांशु बच्चा, हमको ना बोलना आना चाहिए. ये बहुत जरूरी है. कई बार हम ना नहीं बोलते ना, हमको लगता है दूसरे को बुरा लग जाएगा. ऐसी बात नहीं है. आपको आना चाहिए. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरी प्रायोरिटी है ना भाई. मैंने खुद के लिए प्रायोरिटी बनाई है. अब तो I can't just disown it. मैं इसको कैसे भूल जाऊं एकदम से, है ना? तो I'm really sorry. अभी नहीं चल सकते. आधे घंटे बाद चलें प्लीज. ऐसे कर सकते हो. ठीक है? Yes.
And also, everyone, when you are saying no, it should not be rude. You have to be polite, right? Yeah, be polite. No, I'm not coming. No. Say, it's okay, I'm sorry, I'm a little busy right now. I will come very soon, right? And I always tell you, the way you speak to your friends, family, anybody around you, you always have to be polite and kind because you are talking to somebody else, right? So always make sure that you are polite to everyone around you and be kind to everybody around you.
Yes. As now I'll answer this. Ab now people who are saying classes, assignment, daily routine things, for that comes the time blocking method. And you'll be surprised. How many of you know Elon Musk?
Most of you would know. He's very famous.
He's very famous, right? How many of you know about Elon Musk?
How many of you know the fact that at one point he was like one among the richest in all over? They'll know about like that.
Still he's second only, but yeah.
Haan.
Yes, है ना? All of you have heard. So this is a very famous technique which he employs in his life. Time blocking method. क्या होता है time blocking method? It's right. It's
quite literal. Block the time.
Correct.
That means when you are scheduling it and you say 3 to 4, I am going to do this. That means you have blocked that time and you're not going to do anything else, right? So that is what we mean by it. And that way it helps in boosting your productivity.
अच्छा, एक चीज और है. One thing which makes time blocking method really special and really important is it is only effective if you have a very clear sense of क्या करना है और कब करना है. If you don't have this clarity, this is waste. ठीक है? So that's why your classes come. That is something which will happen at that particular time. Your time is blocked, right? You know what will you be doing. अब कब करना है, कैसे करना है, you have to just give small segments of your day. 24 hours सबके पास हैं, आपको अपने 24 घंटे में से बस डिवाइड करना है. भाई मेरा सोने का इतना घंटा अलग कर दो, यहाँ क्लास है, इनको अलग कर दो. अब बाकी टाइम में क्या मैं फिट कर दूं. ये ना बहुत बड़े लोग करते हैं, सही बताएं तो. People usually do this in their Google Calendar. They book times and this we also do sometimes. we have meeting slots in this time. ऐसे कर लेते हैं, वैसे कर लेते हैं. तो this is something which you can do अभी childhood से, है ना? It will really help you. Basic क्या है इसके अंदर?
So make sure that you plan one day ahead. Not that today morning you decide that today at 5 p.m. I will do this 6 p.m. No. One day before, if you have a clear sense of what you're going to do, it also gives you, you wake up with that clear head. Like, yes, I know what I have for today. That also gives you a lot of motivation. And it is suggested that you make a daily planner as well. So starting of the day or one day before, have that plan with you. And normally have a to-do list, a checklist kind of thing which you can, make through tick and go. And dedicate a specific time for each task. So even if when you are doing your studying, if you have classes with us, use our class wisely. Don't come, sit in class, maybe sometimes if at all that happens, I know you all don't do it, but at times you may come to class, half attention, half no attention, and then what happens is that if there is a need to go back and learn again, then you are spending more and more time into the same thing. But if you use this time wisely, in the same class, your concepts will be clear, you'll be able to solve your questions, and you've used your time well. So it's very, very important that you do this.
Yes, anyway, you're right. Bachcho, as ma'am is saying, no, that's really true कि हमको लगता है time कम है. नहीं, when the class was happening, let's say this is happening now, some of us might not focus.
Yeah.
बाद में क्या होगा? Afterwards you will come, अरे यार, I have to watch this. 4 hours of marathon is happening. 1 hour we saw, बाकी नहीं देखा, थोड़ा बहुत देखा, आधे मन से देखा. Some of us are talking about BTS fan हो, नहीं हो. क्या हो जाएगा? क्या उखड़ जाएगा इसके बाद बताओ? After this, I'll tell you what happens. ये सेशन तो गया 1 घंटा वेस्ट. Whatever learning was supposed to come, that is also waste. इसका मतलब this 1 hour is gone. Time block किया और गंद मच गई, right? So that's why we have to make sure whatever you are doing it with full focus. ठीक है? That's basic and that's how the time blocking thing really works. Time blocking में एक और चीज, someone was saying, I'm doing homework also while watching this session.
Yeah.
It's doable. It's not advisable. Time blocking only works best if you do one thing at that particular time with full focus. Otherwise, if you do 2 things without focus, गाने भी सुन रहे हैं, पढ़ाई भी कर रहे हैं, तो क्या होता है, ना तो गाने का मजा आ पाया और ना ही पढ़ाई हो पाई. जब सब कुछ खत्म हुआ, हमको लगा मैंने शायद गाना सुना बढ़िया, अब हमको ये भी लगता है मैंने शायद पढ़ाई करी बढ़िया. And when it's time to test that knowledge in exam or formulas or questions, हमको लगता है फुर सब खत्म. मैंने पढ़ा तो था यार, समझ नहीं आया कुछ. Right? ठीक है? One thing at a time. Use proper time blocking method. And I think rest is about your health. Okay? That's very important.
Now, some of you were telling me, ma'am, vacation time, I'm not able to focus. See, vacations, as much as we tell you, use your vacation time wisely, we will also say that take your vacation to take care of yourself. Take rest. Go have fun with family and friends. It's very important to recharge yourself, right? It's important to step outside, take a break, right? And make sure that you are mentally, physically recharged. And you come back and you will do your, studying and everything 100 times better. So it's very, very important that you take this time to recharge yourself, okay? And breaks, even, we always tell you, right, sir? I mean, we tell them, it's important that they take breaks in between when they study also.
देखो केवल पढ़ाई से भी नहीं होगा. If you are very tired from your mind, कोई फायदा नहीं है. So right, properly eating, exercising, drinking water, sleeping, है ना, खाना पीना अच्छा रखना है, वो तो जरूरी है ही. ठीक है? बस उसके लिए टाइम डिसाइड कर लो. ये नहीं कि दिन भर जब मन किया खा लिए, पढ़ने बैठे थे फिर उठ के चल दिए खाने के लिए. So don't do like that. So everyone, before we say bye, let's conclude everything in 5 simple steps. अब ध्यान से सुनना भाई. This is the ending of the session. Listen, 5 concluding steps. First, figure out the gaps. The है ना analysis we learned about. Very good. Plan ahead and stay organized. Correct? The Eisenhower matrix.
Yes.
Declutter your brain regularly. It is very important. दिमाग में क्या है ना, बहुत सारा कचरा भर जाता है और हमको लगता है कि ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे, ये करें. Declutter. Take time, relax. लंबा सांस लो. ठीक है? Eliminate distractions. फालतू की चीजें साइड में करो. And keep a tab on your health. भाई, healthy body has a healthy brain. That's very important. Now, if you are thinking about sir timetable कैसे बनाए, ये तो हमने समझ लिया. So all these things are already done, right? We have these nice sessions already on the channel. You can go ahead, watch them. ठीक है? Please make sure you learn all these things. ठीक है बच्चों? With this, we would say all the best. और English के लिए Harika, you are asking about Hindi, but a lot of people have the problem with English. But the thing is same. Practice. हिंदी के लिए तो we speak Hindi also, है ना? हम लोग हिंदी भी बोलते हैं, but मैं भूल जाता हूँ हिंदी बोलना कभी तुम्हारे साथ. So that's why speaking English, make sure the price is changed. We told you it's for limited time. Now it is 1999. महंगा हो गया, लेकिन है same चीज है. It's very important and people are getting so much benefit. That's why we are telling you. If you still want to use it, go ahead, use it. If you want to improve English, go ahead. जरूरी है भाई, है ना? डरोगे नहीं कभी. अगला आ जाओ, क्विज मास्टर है. 28 Jan है. It's the updated date by the way.
Yes.
It was 22nd. Now it is 28th. तैयारी में टाइम लग रहा है थोड़ा सा, कोई बात नहीं. But we are so happy to see your responses. बहुत बच्चों ने हमको entries भेजी हैं. अगर आप लोग बच गए हो, please make sure you also send it. ठीक है?
And everybody, do not forget to subscribe to our channel because, of course, like this session, there are various other sessions on the channel. Your academic sessions are there where we're in full-fledged to finish off your syllabus, help you with revisions. So if you've still not subscribed to our channel, make sure that you now subscribe. Make sure that you like this video. We had 100 odd live watching. Hope that there are 100 odd likes in this video as well. And you know that Byju's 628 has always got you covered. So show us your love by liking the video, sharing this video with your friends, and always staying subscribed to this wonderful channel.
Yes. Register नीचे form दिया हुआ है बच्चा. The form is in the description. Make sure वहाँ से आप register कर दो. UTL का result बहुत जल्दी आएगा. Don't worry. And very good. Harika, right now I would say हिंदी के लिए ना किसी North Indian friend को पकड़ो. Call your North Indian friend.
That's what I'm doing.
ठीक है. So I help ma'am in Hindi sometimes and ma'am help me in English. So that's how we work. Good friends, है ना? Always don't just make friends in your own ethnicity or I would say only know English. Mix बनाने का. इससे क्या होता है? सब सीखने मिलता है.
And of course, you can look out for channels that will help you out with it online as well. There'll be a few channels that you can find.
Yes.
So up until then, everybody, take care. Bye bye.
चलो, take care बच्चों. Like करना नहीं भूलना है, ठीक है? टीम बुरा मान जाएगी like नहीं किया तो. चलो, take care. Bye bye. See you. Subscribe and share it. Yes.